We're going to start tonight with Justin and also Frank with an update on conditions right now. What's it looking like right now?
We have a tornado warning right now until 10:30 for parts of the area to our north. This is from Madisonville to Crockett. As this system went across, we had reports of damages, even houses shifting off their foundation. I want to go to this picture, and we'll get back to this in a moment. This is a click-to-pin from Round Rock. We just had all of that video. Look at that car that is tangled in that debris as that tornado struck. That gives you a good idea of what these folks are faced with. And now back to this tornado warning. You can see this started around Snook. A tornado was actually spotted there. It lifted a bit, but there was still damage reported around the College Station area. And then from there to Iola, that's where they had at least one house shifted off its foundation. A number of vehicles have been struck and a lot of power outages, as you can imagine. So there, you watch that purple there, that continues to move just off to the north of Midway, between Midway and Leona. And when you look at this bright red, that's what we're watching here. That's where we're finding that circulation, and that generally is moving toward Crockett. So here's a look at the exact track radar tracking, and you can see Ash really as we speak, Porter Springs, Cut, Crockett at 10:28, Grapeland at 10:39. This is racing northeast at 40 miles per hour. In addition to that, tornado watches have been extended until 3 a.m., basically from Conroe to the north, and also off to the west, where you see this whole area of line of storms, and those green boxes are aerial flood advisories. So this is what we are watching right now as this moves across. It's become a little more active out toward Austin County, but we haven't seen nearly in Houston or to the south what we are seeing to the north and to the west. I'm going to track this in a moment. I want to get back to Justin, talk about some of the damages that we've been have been reported and what we're expecting. Justin?
Well, it all depends on how long this storm right here is going to continue to fire across the area. You see what we see here, right from Madisonville towards Crockett. In fact, I've actually got some new information from a couple of storm chasers in there. One that they had to take shelter in one of the Shell gas stations there in Madisonville. Widespread damage near that station. And I've also seen some video of snapped trees across Highway 190. So not only that, but if you go in tight on the velocity product, which basically shows us where the twisting of the winds are, that's what we've been tracking. This little spot north of Midway right there as it's working its way across Highway 90. And that's just the one of many tornado reports we've had so far today. These are going to continue to come in. There was the big one that was over just north of Austin. Of course, the one right outside of College Station that Frank was just tracking here a second ago, and a few more down towards New Braunfels. Not only that, but we've also added all of these hail reports. So there's been substantial amount of damage in some areas that's been down there. The question is will we continue to see this severe threat move across our area, or is it more of just a heavy rain threat like we were talking earlier, Frank? Well, and I think both of those answers could be true.
And here's the FUTURECAST, and I'm going to put this in motion. It initiates what we're seeing with that tornado up to the north, and also what we're finding out of 35. It's a little aggressive with what we see around Columbus, and it's that area that really continues these heavy rains all night long for us. So we'll dive in a little bit deeper on that in a moment, but I want to show you this full tornado watch through 3 a.m. Colorado County to Austin to Grimes, Montgomery, San Jacinto, Polk, all the way up to Houston County. So that's until 3. It has not been extended south, but if you were caught in a tornado, here's just a little quick reminder. If you have, and it's usually the sound of rushing wind, 1,000 bumblebees. It sounds like a train in the distance. So get into the interior part of your home away from windows. That's usually the stairwell, underneath the stairs, in a hallway, a closet, a bathroom, away from windows, doors, outside walls. Cover yourself with blankets or a mattress for protection. A helmet is always a smart idea. These hallways have a tendency sometimes to collapse like a teepee, which is good because if you're there safely on the floor, that's often a good way to avoid these kind of problems. So we'll talk more about this coming up, but if you do hear any sounds like that, 1,000 bumblebees or a train, take cover immediately. I'll be back with more.